You just said Esper, Pence, Pompeo, Trump. Explain what they're lying about right now as we hear them talk about he was just about to engage in another attack on U.S. personnel.
Well, the first thing they're lying about is a military professional, and I know cold. No general, especially not one at the level that Soleimani was operating, no general reaches out and kills someone. Nor does he reach out to a team and say kill someone, nor does he reach out to a squad or a platoon or a company and say kill someone. He gives orders at the top, sets strategic purposes and principles and general guidelines. And he boosts morale, and he travels around, and he talks to the teams, and so exactly what Soleimani was so good at. So to say that Soleimani himself personally was an imminent threat is, as I said before, laughable. And the fact that Esper and Pompeo, who have some manner of expertise in military affairs, are saying these things, makes them even more egregious liars than otherwise. If John Kerry got up there and said something like that, or if Warren Christopher got up there and said something like that, Kerry, even with his Vietnam experience, you could give them a little bit of leeway. But these guys are supposed to be experts in the very fields that they're talking about. They're anything but experts. They are warmongers. They are warmongers par excellence. Mike Pompeo and Vice President Pence, they both long for the rapture, for the end times, for Jesus coming down to the earth and killing all the unbelievers with his flaming sword. This is what they are all about. This is why they allowed the embassy to move to Jerusalem. Go back and check the remarks that were made at that time, the prayers that were given, and so forth. This is, in a word, a very different U.S. administration, but in the same hands of the military-industrial complex, of the national security state, of all the people who want warfare to be the raison d'etre of this empire at the same time. So you're looking at an incompetent leadership coupled with a leadership that's ruthless and brutal and knows where it wants to go. And with Iran, it's regime change, period. And if they have to go to war, that's what they want. And now they've got it to the point where it's going to be extremely difficult. I'd put the chances at 50-50 for us to extricate ourselves from this march to war. And this war will put Iraq to shame in terms of its consequences in blood and treasure.